Yo, what's good, family? Tapping back in, changing the scenery up today. Out here at Lake Montebello, get some cardio and some calisthenics in. Today I want to talk about consistency is key, as we like to say, right? One of the things I learned about consistency is that everybody's consistent. In most cases, we just consistent at all of the wrong things. I gained weight. I was consistent at eating and drinking the wrong things. Somebody becomes a drug addict. It's usually because they're consistent at doing drugs for a long period of time. So a lot of times we tell ourselves, man, I just need to be more consistent. I just need to be more consistent. And the truth is, you already are consistent. You just got to change the target. And I think once you change your target, you will be consistent at the right things. But first thing you got to do is identify that target. And you don't want to overextend yourself when you're doing that, because when you pick a good target, or 2 or 3 or 5 or 10, you don't want to overextend yourself by exerting too much energy in trying to be consistent at the right things, because it can be a bit draining and taxing on your mental, trying to do a whole bunch at once. So, me, I'm real big on the book called One Thing. Sometimes it's just good to lock in on that one thing that could make all other things easier, or maybe even non-existent to a degree. And another thing that made me want to, I guess you could say, dial in on this topic, right? I've been consistent at lifting weights for some years, bench press, squats, you name it, everything that you pretty much do in the gym. But I haven't really been consistent at doing calisthenics. So when I came up here last week, I was doing some pull-ups and some dips, and realized how awful I was, because I hadn't been doing them. I hadn't been consistent with them. But I was consistent at lifting weights and doing back exercises and things like that. And I realized that doesn't always translate over from weightlifting to calisthenics. You would think so, but not so much. So I made a decision to get better at dips and pull-ups. But in order for me to do that, I gotta be consistent. So when I first came up here last week, man, I probably could get off about 5 pull-ups. Back when I was into calisthenics like that, I was doing 10, 15, 20 a set. So by me only being able to knock out 4, 5 pull-ups, that's making me, basically, I gotta do more pull-ups. Basically, I gotta be consistent at doing pull-ups. So starting, I think Sunday, I started doing 30 pull-ups, 10 sets of 3. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be doing at least 3 days a week, 10 sets of 3 pull-ups, just so I can have some in the tank, because I could probably get 4 or 5 in, but I don't want to gas myself out. And I'm gonna be consistent at the 3, and then I'm gonna bump it up to 4 to 5, and all the way down the line until I can get back to my 10, 15, 20 pull-ups a set, as well as dips. Dips, man, I'm only banging out about 4 or 5. I could probably get 10 in on a good, starting off, maxing out, but it's unacceptable, In all things, man, you got to raise your standards. So even with this, you know what I'm saying? I'm raising my standards when it comes to my calisthenics. I ain't dropping the weights, but I definitely want to get better with my calisthenics, man, you know. So that's just a way I'm tying in consistency, you know. Understanding that in order for me to get better, I have to be consistent with it over an extended period of time until I reach their goal, whatever their goal is. And you can do the same, whatever that is. You just gotta want it enough, obviously, to show up when you say you will, to do what it takes to reach that level of capacity that you're trying to hit. But yeah, that's my word for the day, y'all. It's all about being consistent at the right things, because we all are consistent at something. And I want y'all to have a great one. And this is Upholding the Standard. It's a beautiful day. I'm out of here.